It was a very successful summit, which had the participation of His Majesty the King Mswati of Eswatini. Note the new name, Eswatini. We also had the President of Zambia. We also had the Prime Minister of Lesotho. We had the President of Namibia. Obviously the President of Angola, President Lorenzo, and ourselves. And we had the Vice President of Tanzania as well. And of course, President Kabila was here as well, presenting the situation in the DRC. So that made up the double troika, and we had a very successful meeting. And it's just really a summit that was aimed at looking at the security and democracy situation in the region, specifically focusing on countries that have been experiencing some challenges: Lesotho, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Madagascar. In relation to Lesotho, the summit was able to consider the reports that have come through and also look at the progress that has been made since the last summit. And there has been progress in the sense that the situation in Lesotho has stabilized, and Lesotho is now working on the reforms that were decided on by previous summits, the security reforms, the reforms that have to do with the constitution, as well as the public service reforms and also the media reforms. And the good thing about Lesotho is that they're having consultations with stakeholders. So they're busy and are engaged in a consensus building process, introducing bills in Parliament, but also having those pieces of legislation being discussed in stakeholder forums. But they've also made quite a lot of progress in relation to what led to the instability in Lesotho at the security level. Those people who were responsible for instance, the killing of Major General Mahau have been arrested. They are now going through the court process or the criminal justice system process. And those others who were also involved in the killing of General Mutsumutsu, they are also before the courts. So progress is being made in that regard, because those are some of the things that militated against this stable security situation. And they also considered whether I should continue playing the role of facilitator. They felt that that continuity is necessary as we move now towards the finish line. So we're going to give consideration and to find a high-profile person in South Africa who will lead the charge to finality and who will be reporting to me as facilitator. In relation to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, we noted the progress that has been made, particularly in relation to the preparations for the elections. President Kabila was here himself, and they confirmed that they are now moving full speed to the elections on the 23rd of December 2018. The voters' roll has now been properly prepared. Their IEC is firmly in charge of the election process, and they are looking forward to an election that will go well. Now that they've made so much progress and will continue to make progress, it is no longer necessary to have a special envoy, because they are going to consolidate the progress that they have made. So it was heartening to listen to President Kabila in the face of the many doubts that many people had expressed, to hear that they've made progress and they will be able to fund their elections themselves, and as far as he's concerned, the elections will go well. And the Madagascar situation was also discussed, and it was noted that we need to look very closely at what's happening in Madagascar and to ask President former president of Mozambique, Chissano, to continue his role of getting the parties to work together and also to deal with the legislation that has been put on the table, the electoral law that they are dealing with there, which seems to exclude certain individuals from participating in the voting. So all in all, we got a good sense that SADC in these three countries is consolidating security, it's consolidating democracy. We also took time to look at the developments in Zimbabwe and welcomed the fact that Zimbabwe will be going to elections later this year in July. And we also looked more broadly at the various other elections that will be taking place in SADC. And therefore, we were satisfied that peace is being consolidated, democracy is becoming more entrenched, and there is stability that is developing more and entrenching itself in our region.